Before we transition to Mariv, our evening service, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome up our special speaker for tonight, to welcome, introduce, and welcome home our very own Russell Cohen. Russell Cohen is the Development Associate at MAZON, where he supports the community engagement team and all development-related activities from database management to corresponding with donors. He comes to the organization from a background in entertainment, having supported executives at companies such as Mandeville Films, Verve Talent and Literary Agency, and the Operating Room. Russell is also a proud member of the Library Minyan at Temple Beth Am, where he has spent the past several years building up the young professionals community. He is a native of Cleveland, Ohio, and earned a BA from Yale University, where he studied history and film and media studies. Russell was raised at B'nai Yeshurun and comes from royal pedigree. His parents are Ethan and Gina Cohen, who is a past president. His grandmother is Susanna Cohen, and Avery, may his memory be a blessing, who was a past president as well. And his great-grandfather was our beloved, legendary Rabbi Rosenthal. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome Russell Cohen.
Shabbat Shalom. As he said, my name is Russell Cohen. I'm the Development Associate at MAZON, a Jewish Response to Hunger. And as Josh said, I had the pleasure of growing up here at B'nai Yeshurun. It's always a treat to come back, and it is especially meaningful to get to speak on behalf of MAZON and welcome you all to this weekend centered around fighting food insecurity. The theme of helping those who are hungry is a major one in Judaism. Next weekend, we will declare at our Seders, all who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are in need, let them come celebrate Passover with us. Throughout the Torah, we are commanded to care for the orphaned, widowed, and other neediest members of our society, and to leave the corners of our fields and the dropped items from our harvest as resources for the hungry. But how can we best fulfill these mitzvot in our modern world? Currently, around 47 million Americans and 1.5 million Ohioans, or about 12.8% of our state's population, face food insecurity. What can we do on a systemic societal level to lift these people up and eliminate hunger from our midst? Maimonides taught that the highest form of giving, even better than anonymous charity, is lifting others up to self-sufficiency. If we can do our part to ensure that our neighbors who currently face hunger have the opportunity to meet their basic needs with dignity and climb to a sustainable place, we can do our duty as Jews to help repair the world. Over the course of this Shabbat, you will hear from several individuals affiliated with various organizations trying to tackle the issue of hunger. Tonight at dinner, we will learn from Naomi Mazel, Partnerships and Impact Manager at La Cocina, about her journey in the fight for food security and justice, the work her organization does to empower their local community, and an overview of food insecurity and important terms and ideas to know. Tomorrow, during services, we will hear from my colleague, Liz Braun-Lilienfeld, MAZON's Director of Outreach, who will talk about the importance of fighting hunger in the Jewish tradition and the work MAZON has been doing for decades to expand and protect the systems that support our neighbors who struggle with it in the United States. From military families and veterans to single mothers, seniors, and college students to Native American communities and residents of Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories, no one in this country should have to wonder if they can afford food for their families. In fact, some 50 years ago, only around 3% of Americans were considered food insecure. Still too many, but a far cry from the 14% of the population, some 47 million Americans, who fall into that category today. We almost solved the issue then, and MAZON is committed to speaking out and making a difference to solve it again through our advocacy on behalf of underserved populations facing food insecurity, our grant writing to support partner organizations around the country who are advocating for legislation that will improve food access, and our education programs for communities of all ages about the history and realities of hunger in America. After services tomorrow, Naomi and Liz will speak on a panel alongside B'nai Asher member Helene Loeb, a volunteer for the Kosher Food Pantry, and Joel Fox, a volunteer for the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, to discuss further how our community can fight food insecurity here in Cleveland and around the country. I hope you will attend that conversation and learn more about some of the national and local approaches being taken to help the neediest among us. One of the greatest lessons I have learned over my time working at MAZON is the way change can occur on so many scales. Tackling federal policies to try to fight hunger might seem daunting, but so much progress can happen on the state and local level, and committed advocates can find targeted and tangible ways to help their communities by engaging with state and county governments on avenues for progress. I hope the speakers you hear this weekend allow you to think deeper about the issue of food insecurity in this country and in Ohio, the wide range of people it affects, and the ways all of us can do our part to ensure that those who are hungry this Passover will not have to worry where their next meal will come from in the years to come. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Yasher Koach, Russell, and thank you for your inspiring words, for lifting us up, and for giving us the opportunity to shep nachas on the magnificent work you're doing at MAZON to make this world a better place. We're so excited for more opportunities to learn from you throughout this weekend. And just want to take a brief moment to formally welcome you all to this Food Insecurity Shabbaton. A big thank you to Shelley Schur, who is our chair of our Food Insecurity Committee, to Debbie Auerbach-Brown, the chair of our Tzedek work, and to Norma Geller, whose generosity is sponsoring this Shabbaton, and of course to Shani Kadis for all of her help and hard work.